Knights of the Anime Table will not be seen tonight, so we may bring you a special presentation. Okay, that didn't go quite according to plan. I'm talking right now. Do you mind? All right, meant to change that before I fire that off. So let me fix this now. Well, I got looking at it. There we go. So the next stream will not start off with the wrong intro. Okay, so going to get up here and put that up here, and let's go ahead and bring in the game. Again, on the Star Trek one, I just did, posted on them Rumble channels. That's the best I could do to bring that thing into close to what they'd have to do to air it. I gutted scenes. I mean, there's stuff, and I just took out entirely. Like with Spock as acting captain, instead of relieving, I had to just gone one. Just didn't make Spock look good at all. So it's okay. That's an easy loss. Also, snipped the bit where him and Pike are grabbing the plates and he smiled. Gone. I mean, I chopped up thing and I would cut down the briefing room scene to the bare minimum. I chopped up bits of the laser cannon, or the phaser cannon thing. It's still about 6 minutes too long for what they would have to do. So I put it there and I inserted commercials to see what it would flow like. But even then, I'd have to manufacture a sponsored by one. Because otherwise, I'm stuck with the one that I have, which would be Polaroid. But the thing is, that one site's new for 1967, and this is 1964. So couldn't really do that. I might take another run at it in a different form as more of a dedicated TV movie and flesh it out that way. Again, still chopping out the offensive bits like like Spock smiling, and I don't like the idea of a one on the bridge and that kind of thing. Just little bits there to make it more in line, and then pull as many flyby shots from where Noman has gone before I can, so fill out more of that. Make that flow a little better, see how that goes. I mean, I do like that I was able to carve out, that first bit into a teaser. Because one thing is the opening for the Corbomite maneuver has that very same, banking in and zooming in on the bridge. But it just stops just short. So again, but also there's no titles. I think it's just slightly different Starfield, but other than that, it's the same. It's the same shit element, I mean, I've got the raw footage. It was off the Blu-ray of Roddenberry Vault, so I had better grasp of that. The chroma key stuff, I could really go intense. But as it is, okay. I don't know. Put it together, maybe something more of a as it would as a TV movie type thing. If again, taking into account if the series that's still sold, that's chatting and all that, but like we're gonna put this in a separate thing, a special NBC TV movie event. The full story of Captain Pike and the Enterprise at Talos Ford. I figured out something. Could be fun. It was a lot. I tell you what, I really feel for the editors back in the day. Okay, because this was not a matter of editing just for content and make it flow better. This was editing because we need to cut this down to 50 minutes and a few seconds, or we got problems. Doesn't matter how much you like a certain scene or what the thing. No, it has to go. We need that time. The network has said, no, it's 50 minutes and about no more than 20 seconds, or it doesn't air, or they'll chop it up, and they really wouldn't give a shit. So I really feel for the editors back then. Those Emmys are earned. Okay. So now what I did, I'll admit, it was kind of ham-fisted in spots. If I had access to the raw footage with just the music track separately, it could have been a lot smoother and everything else. But as I'm using a free program off of Microsoft because my Premiere doesn't work anymore. It's like, and I'm trying to get a better one. The thing is, the newer copies requires you to subscribe to freaking Amazon, Adobe for something. No, destroy a vehicle with a minigun. Okay, obviously not going to be doing anything with a moving vehicle. This is going to be just find a minigun, find a vehicle on the side of the road, blow the crap out of it. Let's see, dailies. Okay. This is all pretty basic. All right, let's take a look at the shop. All right. It must be World Cup season because I'm seeing all the soccer shit coming in. Or the yes, and and I need to turn the music back off. Yeah, because that's slightly older version of the World Cup. Kind of. Well, no, it's all right. I think it's the European Championships going on right now, because that includes certain Premier League teams and also other. Like that's a French team. That's Real Madrid of Spanish. So it's not World Cup, but it is. It's an international championship, though. European Championship. Okay, Black Cat's back, but I've had her for a long time. And again, I have everything from this version of Iron Man that I want. I don't care about the back bling or the pickaxe. I was fine with the blade, the energy blade. Okay, so move on here. So they made her chubby. Okay, are you feeling included now? These people not realize that nobody who does these games wants to see themselves in that respect. I don't want to see my fat ass on screen in these characters. Well, it kind of plays things to forget what kind of shape I'm in. Okay, that's the whole thing, but including wheelchairs in D&D. Are you high? These guys, most of these people, disabled players, they're playing these role-playing games and stuff to forget about this crap, not be reminded. You just sticking it right in their fan face. Yeah, you're in a wheelchair, cripple. Feel included now? Try to be inclusive, you insensitive clods. God, these people do not hear themselves. Okay, that's kind of interesting. And plus, just the simple fact of most dungeons are not ADA compliant. Okay? You nitwits consider that. I'll tell you what, if I was running a dungeon, that's one thing I'd definitely make a point of. It's like, oh, you're in a wheelchair? Guess what? You're stuck outside minding the horses. Well, what? Well, you just notice the steep stairs and no handrails. They're not entirely, and imagine what the inside looks like. And you're going to encumber 2 or 3 of your party members just to haul your fat ass upstairs? That's talking serious minuses in combat, And plus, you'll be one big fat target. It means they're fighting for their lives. They got to defend your ass, okay? Because I can tell you right now, you're going to be useless in a sword fight. All I need is one of those orcs to get through, and your arrow is going to mean nothing. Okay. Still feel like playing a character in a wheelchair? But again, besides, like I guarantee you, most players in a situation, the last thing they want to do is play a disabled character. It's a fantasy role player. Is that whatever role playing game? Escapism. Hey, Daniel. Okay, one time we were starting to do a game, a Call of Cthulhu game, and I kind of, just for my own laziness or whatever, because it was kind of pressed for time, or whatever, it was late in the time we started. I decided I'll just play this character as myself, and we got into it, laid out the scenario, and be perfectly honest, I just scared the crap out of me. And I'm out of here. It took some serious cajoling to get me to come back to the game, and that was a totally different character. And I had to come up with one that did not give a shit one way or the other. It's like whatever. It's a gig. I'm working a case. I don't care what the hell you idiots think you're doing. So I was like, no. I mean, I think he kind of laid out the whole situation. Oh, the Cthulhu and the Elder Gods, a little too heavy. But I swear to God, I was playing Christian rock music on the way back to base. Okay, the guy's got no, he was not. Telling the guy, no, he was not faking. You freaked the fuck out of him. He ain't coming back. That was really my first introduction to the world of Cthulhu. Fuck it. You think I'm going down that road? You're out of your fucking mind. I don't think I'm going down that. Give me that. Fuck it. Do that later. Okay, let's do a quick inventory here. We got that. Don't need a green one. Really don't need these either. And these are worthless these days. Okay. Let's head this way. I'll fill it up a slot. All right. I think I need to fill up here. Where'd it go? Okay, let's chase them off or take them out. Must have run off. Okay. Good. All right, let's make this quick. Little fuck. Anyway. Bye. What? Yes, I'm running my game. What do you mean? What? I'm running my game. What do you think I'm doing? Oh. And streaming. Well, because I don't necessarily do a play-by-play on everything I do. Come on. All right. Fine. Give me a chance to get clear here. Nope. Don't stand in the middle of the road. Someone got a minigun around? Oh, god damn it. Damn it. Bitch! You little shit. I don't need to see this. Like the most I do, they'll get a character too that might have an element or two, but like, I don't know. I don't want to play me in here. Like Sean was always saying, if I wanted to see myself in every movie I'd see it would have Jack Black in it. Okay, yeah. And frankly, I'm a little tired of Jack Black. Okay, because he's kind of gone off the deep end on him. Okay, a little report here. Stuff that Bobby Kennedy is discovering from the CDC. The CDC covered up an internal study which found a 1,135% increase in autism risk from hepatitis B vaccine. Now, again, I'm not saying anti-vaccine. Vaccines have certainly done a lot, but the frequency which we're hitting these things, you're overloading the system, I think, and it's having results, and not the results we want. Yeah. It's like, kind of think of it as too much of a good thing. Okay. Couple of vaccines here and there spread out. Yes, you could, you give your body a chance to build immunity, but you do too many and certain vaccines aren't necessarily, run through as much tests, you start resulting in things like this. I don't think I even heard the word autism until I was like in my 30s. Okay. All right, let's see where we're at here. Not a one. Okay. Let's try it again. So I need to find a minigun and blow up a car with it. So. Do I want to know where the Kraken is? What? Yes. Hold on. Okay, pen. All right. What's the number? That a little high? Okay, that's done. Where's a good spot to drop? Yeah. And you will take that call, all right? And you will take that call. You will take the call, all right? I'm not your freaking secretary in there, right? Whatever. Okay, this is going to be redone, yeah. Come on. Straighten out. You got the minigun, you creep. Now I got the minigun. Congratulations, dipshit. All right. I need to get a lot more ammo. Actually, no, there's one right there. Now, as I was saying, I need to find a lot more ammo. Well, a minute, pick up more. A couple more of those. What probably saved my butt earlier was the fact that faux burger is that the minigun has the drawback of it needs to wind up first. So I'll least standing there, point blank range with this thing, pulls the trigger, and then and that time I was able to plug him. You're flipping tofu again. No, I want to get a little more. Yeah, this is a sort of weapon. It's not exactly what I would consider something for close-in combat. Scruffy. combat thing is like you'd be able to bring it on your target immediately. Get your rounds on your target immediately, and have the next round immediately, because your first round might not hit. That's why sniper rifles generally don't work well. Pistols are excellent. All right. Now let's blow up one I don't really care for. Actually, I don't actually in position to do it. The last thing I need is to be jumped by somebody. Give me a chance to explore it a little bit too. Too many times in this game, you're just kind of running blindly from one place to the next. You never get a chance to really look around and say, well, hey, I put a lot of work into this. I'd like to appreciate it. This is a nice little office setup here. I got a better minigun. One more level. Oh, what's in here? That's leave no ammo can behind. One more. If I can get up there. No. Marble conference table. These guys really went all out. All right. Okay, with that, I made it to B, and I haven't even, except for the one guy I got the minigun from, I haven't done anything. Now, there's a car I can shred. So they can also clear the situation. People have arrived. Shit! Okay. Now, back to the job at hand. Need to shred a card. Okay. Come on, stop that. Ooh. Save that for later. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Let's do this properly. Hi. Whoa, shit. Bitch. Hmm. Let me get 3 elimination. All right, let's go back over here. Hmm. Oh, there we go. I was wondering. Yeah. I'm so concerned about Indy not doing a thing, but it's like, well, she's streaming. Up for about a half an hour. And talking about her problems. Like I said, Indy, as far as saving your stuff goes, I mean, how you run your website's up to you. But as far as saving the existing content, it's like, let me know. We'll work something out. I can send you the connection. You start downloading it. Well, the stuff still appears to be there on the other side, but double check here. Probably the dubious advantage of her having so much leaked content is it's archived. You know, in this one, it's got it down to a science. It's thousands of girls and fans and OnlyFans. It's got everything they post archived on this. And, yep, everything's still there. They're just doing a watch along stream tonight and talking about her problems. All right, let's take a look here. Mm-hmm. Oy, 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 oy. Oh, it's a pirate thing. Okay. Yeah, it's a question of which is more important, hating me or getting their content back. All right, what do we got left here? One. So we got damage from above. Emo, I can do that easy. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. All right. All right. I just need an emote at a named location. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's do it here. Well, there we go. Hi. These are getting rather common, aren't they? All right. I think we probably need to get out of here. enough time. Let's get some distance here. Excuse me if I leave. You motherfucker. Asshole. I almost broke his shield. Right. Let's get back over here. Let's see. Yeah, she's going to redo her and restructure her website. She goes through Squarespace, and she's talking a more expensive plan, regardless. Yeah, and she's not pulling the money she used to. So, all right. So the dailies are done. That one's done. Not quite an hour. Okay, so what do we got to do here? A spray, a sticker, and then the screen on the rest of it. I don't give a shit. Huh. Well, let's see. Let's go and run one here. Oh, position. Go and invite out to certain personages. See if anybody shows up and get a little discussion going. Yeah. I think she's about, learn the cold hard truth. She has seriously damaged her brand. Mm. I mean, previously, she probably could have gotten away with some of this stuff and survived, but her brand is too badly damaged now. Not enough people give a shit. And those that do, I think they're really going to start feeling the financial pinch. They're going to try to carry her through all this crap. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Well, the guys are generally concerned about her and think, you're not going to get past. She's blocked everyone off. So, all right. That should be all I need. Come on. But she's gone so far down this trans idea that it's, again, if that's, you're making your identity that, then you basically play yourself the most boring person on the planet. Because nobody gives a shit about this stuff, really. And to an extent, it's also a total misrepresentation of what trans is. That's why she's pissed off so many people. Because she's doing femboy. That's not what a femboy is. Never has been. Hello. And see, that's why she got booted off of Pornhub. They used the thing about not getting releases from old videos of her and her boyfriend. That was mainly an excuse. It's like she identified herself as a male and a femboy, and it's like guys start looking stuff up, and it's like that's not what the hell is this? And people complained mightily. And she'd already been slipping in the ranks anyway. So this 2-time award winner got her ass booted. That's a mess this time. And it kind of goes to how, but one of the facets of borderline personality disorder is self-destructive behavior and self-sabotage behavior. And What better way for an up and coming porn star to sabotage your career and then to suddenly start doing stuff that nobody wants to see? Because most straight guys are not interested in seeing a girl jacking off a plastic dick unless it's part of a JOI. And she's demonstrating how she wants you to do it. They don't want to see her playing around like it's an actual dick. You're faking. You know it is. It's not alluring. And gay guys don't want to see that shit because they want to see actual guys. Okay, they want to see a live dick. I mean, they may be gay, but they're still men. Okay, the male brain still operates the same, regardless. And in that situation, it's like, what the hell is this crap? I'm looking for a guy, and you show me this stupid bitch playing with a dick. You know? And we're getting downright insulted. It's like, what the fuck is this? There may be a tendency in something in a site like Pornhub, you only see what you're looking for. And they'll recommend stuff based on what you're looking for and what you're looking at. You don't see the really weird stuff. You know, the stuff you're not looking for, and they don't recommend it. But yeah, it's also stuff like that's also very low rated. Because by comparison, when Indy was at her peak, she was regularly rated number in the 30s. This is of thousands of girls on there. Some of them is well-established porn actresses that have been at it for decades sometimes. So she was ranking above them. Again, two-time award winner. She was becoming. Usually in the 30s, at one point she was number 25 out of the whole damn site. And it started slipping, and towards the end there, she was in the 50s. But the result being that someone's doing a search for femboy. And most of your femboy content is rated like, around the thousands or so. But she comes up, she's highly rated. It's kind of it's carryover from previous efforts, but so it comes up. So she's got a lot of eyeballs now looking at her. And, new femboy. That's that's a fucking girl. What the hell is this? So yeah, some of the potential is she's pissing off a whole new audience. I don't think that's really sunk in yet. She's still blaming an old guard like me. Just can't handle the vet. No, you pissed off a lot of gay men. And driven off a lot of your old time fan base because they don't want to see this shit. All right, what have we got here? Okay, let's see if we can actually get a better run going here. Actually, there's I don't want to get on top. I want to get in the club. Stop it. Moments like this really kind of tick me off. Okay. There. Bye. No, but I think there probably is a undiagnosed case of autism going on here. Again, she's the right age. She's just she turns 30 in a couple months here, so she's right at the right age. We've been getting barrage of vaccinations, which the theory is that that's what got you to start too many vaccinations too soon. And the body's like, hey, enough, and it causes a reaction. And so on top, and basically kind of a perfect storm. All right. Very bad home environment. Their parents were arguing so bad I was talking divorce at one point. Something happened to her at an early age. Traumatic enough she still can't talk to it this day. Even though she barely remembers it. And then, of course, being molested at 14 and starting that whole spiral. And for some reason, deciding once she hit college, start doing drugs. I think she didn't do a thing earlier, but once she hit school, once she hit college, it's like she hasn't had a sober day since, really. This is by her own admission. And again, while her therapists are no fucking good on this, I'd like to think her doctors are somewhat on the ball. I think one of the problems that they're doing anything for is that she's, a drug addict by her own admission. And there's probably more than a few ethical things, like regardless of what we think about, the he, him, trans thing, whatever. It's like she is constantly still using drugs on a regular basis. Therefore, on that criteria alone, we cannot engage in anything like trans procedures or whatever. Darn, an A. And plus, just basic tests. One of the things that that marijuana does is it fucks up your hormone levels. I'm not saying specifically regarding testosterone levels, but it's like there's no reason everything else got screwed up along the way. No reason to believe it would leave estrogen alone. And I would also be willing to bet when all is said and done. Okay, this is new. Because it was just a couple years ago that this feeling that, well, I'm trans. No, I think because this came on a couple years ago. I've been willing to bet, with all courtesy of her hormones being so out of whack. That all the constant marijuana use, threw everything off, finally caught up with her. Or there also being, she woke up one day and, oh, I'm trans. No, you're just You've been so fucking stoned all this time. Yeah. The reason why one of the terms is mind-altering substance. You've been altering your mind so damn much, you don't know what the fuck you are anymore. And it's not just marijuana. She said she's done, whatever she can get her hands on. Her first, screen name was Fractal Acid Fairy. She did streams while tripping on acid. And she said she admitted that in a stream before she, talking about being trans. She was just talking. So, lesson on this one, kids: don't do drugs. Oh, now I get A. Well, okay. So I offer up the case of one Syd Barrett, founding member of Pink Floyd. Considered one of the most brilliant songwriters of his generation, and he, very inventive, and he turned his brain to complete mush. And just because he's constantly doing more and more acid, frying his brain, it got to the point when he couldn't even perform. There was like, on American Bandstand. The band is there, and they're doing their lip syncing their song there, but Roger Waters had to pretend he was singing. It was Sid's song, but he just stood there staring at the camera, and Roger had to play like he was singing in order to keep it up. And the question answer session, and he was just sort of answering kind of weird, being a snot. The rest of the band's trying to make a good impression. This is their chance to break into America, Sid. Come on, don't fuck it up for us. Hey, And that's so we got David Gilmour in there because he was a mutual friend of him. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's get back to the lobby. Should be grabbing the next spray here. Again, that's because how out of whack her hormones were. The doctors put her on birth control, and she's still having periods. That's just how far depressed her normal estrogen levels were, because the way birth control pills work. There we go. Is this massive doses of estrogen and progesterone to make the body think it's pregnant, and so it's mega doses, and it's still not enough to reach that point where she's still having a period. and she's on testosterone. The stuff she's on is for generally intended for postmenopausal women to bring their testosterone levels back up to normal. She's not on HRT therapy for trans things. She's on HRT therapy just to bring her normals back up to normal, to replace lost to normal levels. So again, the hopeful sign, her doctors are more or less on top of this thing. I'm hoping, again, hormones, we still don't understand them fully, but they know that your hormone levels affect your mental capacity. It's like the old standard thing, that time of the month when women go crazy because the hormones are out of whack. So I'm hoping that, given between the cultural thing and the legal thing, that by the time they finally get her hormones balanced to where they should be, she'll find, to realize, hey, being a girl's not that bad after all. And the legal thing, I'm like, you ain't changing shit. Okay, we're banning this crap. In which case, I'll be down to, are you willing to admit you fucked up? Again. Because she's done various things through the years. She's done stupid shit through the years. Just chalk it up to another one, okay? So let's see. What do we got quest-wise to do? Nothing really. I did the day summer, did the daily. Any more characters I need to know about? Nope, they're all accounted for. So, I think we'll just wrap that there. We just got over an hour. I don't want to go much more than that. Because I'm straying from the topic anyway here. Okay, got that. Yeah, right now it's kind of a game of chicken to a certain extent. Of what's it going to take for her to finally snap out of this. And as I say, and I'm saying that, I know those underlying issues that are not being dealt with. And the entire psychiatric field has been so bought out, and they've sold out to these WPATH idiots, and just corrupted the entire field. There are resources out there. Let's see. Let me take a look here. Because there is a therapy that I'm quite sure she hasn't done yet. Because if she did, she wouldn't be doing through all this. Dialectical behavioral therapy. There we go. Because one of the things, it's very intensive. It really digs deep, but also it does not deal. It's like they will not discuss being trans. They will simply go straight to what are your traumas and how you're going to deal with them. Because something that Kevin Smith discovered, you deal with the underlying traumas that started things going, and the rest of it takes care of itself. Once you actually resolve what happened to you, then all the other stuff just go, because you're taking away the underpinnings of those actions. Because when you talk about him, what happened to him when he was like 6, and then later on in the 4th grade when his teacher made a crack about him, this stuff that again, somebody says over and over, trauma is trauma. It doesn't. The brain does not differentiate, especially when you're a little kid. And he may have gone through a version of it, or actually he was other, but same basic thing. You deal with the trauma itself. Quit focusing on the peripheral stuff. Get to the underlying thing, and that's what I'm saying all along. Get to the underlying trauma. Find out what the hell happened, and resolve it in your own mind. Okay, there is a place in Seattle here. As long as we're on the subject here, let's go and just pull it up. It's substance abuse. Well, she needs that anyway. Program summary. Let's see. This is North Point, Seattle. I mean, I haven't seen the words dialectical behavior, but work with most insurance providers in the United States. Let's see. No, but one of the things that DBT deals with is borderline personality disorder. I don't think that's quite what I'm after here. Let's see, DBT. Evidence-based treatment centers of Seattle. This looks like this would be just right up her alley. Yeah, DBT intensive outpatient. Yeah. I'm going to go and put this up. Because again, if any of her spies pick up on this and say, oh, he's talking about you. Let's go and, put it on here. Because again, Indy, I think it's quite clear your current therapists have failed you badly. And they are not helping you. They're getting you worse. Yeah. So this is, where is this place? It's downtown Seattle. It's not. Okay, I'm not going to point out where she is, but I'm going to pull out so I can see. What's going on? So it's not far. It's in the Seattle area. It's in, I'll let you see the map. I'm just going to pull that up here. You can figure it out from there. But that's where they're located. Not far from the Space Needle. Yeah. Well, let's take a look here. What retreat? All right. All kinds of intense emotions. Some feel emotions out of control and impulsive behaviors. Others may feel numb or their emotions are locked down or suppressed. The primary goal of DBT is to teach individuals how to experience emotions in a healthy, effective way that feels productive and manageable, both through the use of specific skills as well as other aspects of DBT treatment. And this is, let's see, adult anxiety, child anxiety, eating disorders, intensive services. So I'm going to go ahead. I am going to post this on my X page here. And I'll put it in the highlights. Again, I don't want to be accused of not trying to help. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say it again, Indy, you're not going to get better unless you actually deal with it. And again, that also, even, as much as what happened at 14 and every crappy thing happened, this whole thing started is whatever happened when you're like 2 or 3, whatever it happened. I'm guessing 2 or 3 because you can't even remember it. I know my first conscious memories don't really start until I turn 3. But I was also clearly doing stuff because I found a picture of Batman that I apparently drew when I was like maybe 2. So stuff was happening. I can't put my number on it previous to that, but But so indeed, I have offered you a chance to save what material you want to save from Fansly. And I've provided you with a link to get some real therapy and actually get better. Hopefully one of these days you'll finally wake the hell up and we can actually get you feeling, get you better and start healing instead of wallowing out on whatever the hell you're doing now. So on that note, like, share, subscribe. Again, check out, my little hatchet job on the cage on Rumble or Patreon. While you're on Patreon, I appreciate if you could sign up, get some stuff here. I'm getting up people on there. I'm going to start doing a little more stuff exclusive to Patreon. But for now, we'll talk at you later.
Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, the plan is ignored. Action is what's ahead. Like it's breaking back up. Whenever there's a hang up, you'll find